Hey guys, welcome. It's Melissa here with Communicate with Angels, and I'm here for my daily Facebook Live broadcast. I'm going to be doing this week and next week in February, the month of relationships. So why not develop a relationship with your angels and spirit guides? Do you like my koru in the background? That was my mum's Christmas present to me. It's a very important symbol in the Maori culture of New Zealand. Decided I wanted to have that behind me today for my webinars coming up. So by the way, today is the day. I did the first webinar last night, but if you missed it, there is another free online class coming up at 3 p.m. this afternoon Eastern time. So that is in about 3 or 4 hours from now, okay? So it's about how to connect with your angels or spirit guides. It's going to give you the steps and open you up to that closer relationship and communication with your angels so they can be your best advisors, your best friends, and help you in your life. Have that resource available to you. So to sign up for that, go to communicatewithangels.com/webinar. And I hope that you'll be able to join me live. If not, just sign up and get the replay, okay? And please share that link with your friends and family and clients. I'd really appreciate it. So every day this week and next week, I'm going to be answering your questions. So if you have a question that you would like me to answer on a future live stream, post it below and I am going to answer it. Today's question was one that was posted a few days ago by Trisha, who is one of my Facebook subscribers, if you call it that. I don't know. She posted it on Facebook. And her question was, can you use your pendulum to connect to your angels or spirit guides? So that is a great question. It inspired me. I'm going to make a proper YouTube video about this too. But let me go ahead and answer this one today. It's a really great question. Okay, so yes, you can use a pendulum if that works for you. However, this is why I don't recommend that and I don't teach people to use a pendulum. And there's a few reasons. So one is that this is an inanimate object. And if you are relying on that object to be your source of connection to your guides, if you forget your pendulum, if you lose it, etc., it's like you've lost that connection. And I would prefer if you did not rely on something outside of yourself. It's almost like having a crutch, right? So you don't really need it. Same thing with cards. Like I don't teach people how to use angel cards either. I use them from time to time. Especially if I'm going to give somebody a quick mini reading at a trade show or something, but that's really the only time I use them. So although these things are fun, and I'm certainly not knocking it, the truth is you don't need these tools because you have a direct communication available to you, okay? Now, the second reason why I don't really recommend using a pendulum is it is tricky to, if you're holding a pendulum and it's swinging, it's tricky to know if you're influencing that, if you're moving your hand or if your hand is shaking, etc. And it just gets you in your head and you're wondering even more, did I make that up? Is it really me? Did I influence it? These are some of the concerns that come up for people anyway. And I think, why not remove that pendulum from the equation? Because now you're sort of just blaming the pendulum. So lessen that struggle of the doubt by just establishing your own communication that you can trust in without having to need the use of an object. And the third reason why I don't really recommend using a pendulum is that you can get many signs and messages and ways of getting confirmation through your body and your energy that you're certainly not going to get from an object. You might get a feeling of chills from your angels when they are answering your question. You might get an impression, a picture, a thought. And if you're just only relying on the answers of a pendulum, you may not be developing that part as much. I mean, you're going to be doing that anyway, but I think you're going to have more success and more trust and confidence as if you actually tune into that part as your primary way of getting the confirmation. Because that way you can get to the point where you're going about your day and you pick up an idea and you immediately can tell that it's come from your guidance because it's popped in your mind. Or you're more present and aware of the messages that you're directly receiving instead of trying to put that answer and that connection outside of you into an object. So that's what I would really love you to develop, because I know that way you're going to have more confidence in your own abilities and yourself and get that connection with your guides that you're seeking. Okay, so that's why in the webinar I'm going to be doing this afternoon and in my Communicate with Your Angels online course, I guide you through the best tools that are out there for getting direct messages and guidance so that it's all there within you and you're not questioning it anymore. You're trusting and you're confident that you can get the signs and the wisdom that you need to support you and to make those decisions that are right for you and your unique life purpose. Okay, so I hope that helps Trisha and anyone else that had that question. If you have another question for me you'd like me to answer in the future, please post it below. Hi to people who are here live. You're being quiet. Let me know you're here. And again, I hope that you will join me for that free online class that's coming up this afternoon. Go to communicatewithangels.com/webinar if you'd like to develop a closer communication with your angels. So Tony had said he agrees. He has a pinch. The chats disappear, so I can't read them. But the gist of what I saw you say there was you agree you have the pendulum, but you'd rather go and get those answers directly. So I'm glad that this resonates with you, Tony. Okay, have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you in a few hours on the webinar. Mwah. Bye.